All right, it's been over 2 years now. Is the JBL Charge 5 still worth buying? Let's talk about it in this video. Oh, what's up, buds? Back like I never left. Welcome to Wanna Buy It. Now today we have the JBL Charge 5. Since it looks like the Charge 6 might not be coming till later, or if anything, it might come early next year, I want to talk about the JBL Charge 5. It's been over 2 years now. I think when it released, it was April 2021. So we're already past that, in 2023. So it's been 2 years and some change. And we're going to talk about, the JBL Charge 5 is still worth buying and my opinion about that. So when it comes to the JBL Charge 5, the price when it released was $180, and I looked right now on Amazon, you're still looking at $180 2 years later. Now that has a lot to do with, we haven't heard nothing about the Charge 6 yet, I feel like, so they still have the price up there, but I will be careful with that because you see a lot of sales from JBL in general, but especially on the Charge 5, it can drop to like 130, 120 range. Now you can buy it refurbished right now for like 130. That's what I would do. I want to pay, 180. I want to pay release date price, even though it is, worth it for a new one, paying release date price 2 years later if you want to, but you're going to be paying that. And then the Charge 6 is going to end up coming either late this year or probably January of next year. So I would probably look for those deals when JBL goes on sale to get it in that 130 range, or buy it refurbished for 130. And some people always find different deals. Other places I get comments where you can find it for 80 bucks certain places if you really look around. One thing I like about JBL when it comes to their colors, they have a lot of color options. I think they have up to 6 or 7 color options that you can get. Now a lot of speakers that come out nowadays, they either come out in white, black, gray, or just those 3 colors. So you have 7 different color options. You might have your favorite color or your second favorite color in those options. So that's one good thing with JBL. Even to this day, there's not a lot of speakers that are releasing that have that many color options with their speakers. From low brands to higher brands, it's always, like I said, white, black, gray, and that's basically it. The battery life, 20 hours battery life, depending on what you're listening to. So it can go, if you're playing it on blast really loud. Now it has an app where you can boost the bass, that would drain it. It just depends on how you're listening, but it's advertised at 20 hours. Now, one thing I did have a problem with the Charge 3 after like 3 years, I think it was, because I got it when I started my job. The Charge 3, the battery started to it was barely holding a charge, and then it was just worthless at that point. But with the Charge 5, it's been over, I got it on release day, so from release day to now I haven't had that issue. I get through my full days of work and I use it around the house if I want to sometimes, so the speaker still gets the job done when needed. So the battery is holding up on the JBL Charge 5. Now, is it worth buying? Yes, I do think it's worth buying. I still think the JBL Charge 5 at this size, I'll call it like a mid-level size. They got the small speakers, they got the mid-level speakers, and I'll say you probably got like the larger speakers. And then you got the extra large ones and stuff like the boom box and then the party boxes, and you get bigger and bigger. For a mid-size speaker, I still think this is one of the better mid-size speakers out. It probably is the best. And I tested a lot of speakers. A lot of speakers are doing new things, like Soundcore has their new Motion X600 that has spatial audio. It's the first speaker with spatial audio. But I still think this JBL Charge 5 it's amazing. I do like the sound that you get out of it. I think it's probably one of the best, bass sounding ones out of this. Is either this or the Soundcore Motion Plus. They have nice bass that come out of it for a mid-sized speaker. There's a lot of speakers this size that a lot of the different companies are making speakers, and there's a lot of ones this size where you're not really getting nothing in that bass range. I'm not saying it's going to rumble anything. I'm just saying like you can hear it and it fills out the sound spectrum much better, and that's what JBL Charge 5 does really good. I personally think this is JBL's best speaker. I know a lot of people like the Flip. I feel like the Flip is very popular because it is cheaper and smaller and more compact to go, but when it comes to just like all around, like perfect speaker, I think the JBL Charge 5 is their best speaker. I think the JBL Extreme is overpriced. It's a good speaker, but I feel like it's overpriced. I feel like they need to take like $100 off of that thing. But when it comes to the price of a speaker, this is a really good one. I think you get your bang for your buck for this one, but still 180 after 2 years. I need to see like a 150. At least a 160, take $20 off of it. But I do think the Charge 5 is worth the bang for your buck when it came out on release day. Now, like I said, it is worth buying, but there is going to be a dilemma, a predicament for a lot of you guys, because the JBL Charge 6 should have been out. They've been averaging around these months, you know, August, June, September, like around there. I think the latest in the last couple of years, it was September 1st or 2nd. They are going to be at an event September 1st where they announce a couple products here and there, in Berlin or something like that. They normally, you know, announce a few things at that event. So there might be a chance that the Charge 6 will get announced for late September, you know, October, November. Right before the Christmas push. Now you'll be able to gift that speaker if you've been looking to give someone a JBL Charge for, you know, Christmas, or if you've been holding out to get the JBL Charge 6. Do I still think this is worth it if you have to get a speaker? I'm pretty sure yes, that like this speaker is still going to be worth it. I don't feel like the JBL Charge 6 is going to be a huge jump from how I feel this was a jump from the Charge 3 and 4. I think this, I feel like they made such a nice little jump from those two speakers with this one that the 6 is not going to be too far. Even though, you know, this is mono like the 4, and I think the 3 wasn't, they had two speakers in there. I still feel like the 3 and the 4 weren't that far apart from each other, in my personal opinion. I feel like the 4 and the 5, this one right here, is a bigger gap. And then now I think this one has EQ and all that stuff, so it adds even more features to it. But I feel like the Charge 6 won't be a bigger gap. I feel like it's going to be basically the same speaker. You might get a little bit more volume at the Charge 6, a little bit more battery life. Who knows? But I feel like when it comes to sound quality wise, it's not going to be a big jump. So I think you could still get the Charge 5 for someone, you know, during Christmas time, or get it for yourself if you don't want to wait if JBL announces, you know, the Charge 6 in, you know, January, December or something like that. Now, buds, that being said, I don't feel right telling you guys go pay the full price that it was 2 years ago, even though this speaker is amazing and it has all right to still be the same price, because I really think it's that good. But I personally think it's been 2 years. Your other speaker's about to come out. I don't feel right telling you guys pay $180 for, you know, the speaker that it was the same price when it released. Now I would say look at the refurbished on Amazon. You can get it for $130. My JBL Extreme 3 was refurbished and it was a beaut. It had no problems with it. And if anything on Amazon, if you have any problems, you can send it back, you know, get your money back or get another one. So I would say look at that. Look for deals. Like I said, that JBL always has deals on their products, and they're never far apart, so you can always wait for the deals and get this at like 140, 130, 140, 150 range instead of paying the full 180 plus tax, close to $200. So that's what I would recommend for you guys, or look on other places like you know, Best Buy and stuff, and see if they have deals. Well, if you've been holding out, buds, for the JBL Charge 6 but you can't do it no more, you won't be disappointed in the Charge 5. But one thing I will say is the JBL Charge 5 Wi-Fi just got released in Europe in May. And the thing is, that could be something that we could see coming into the JBL Charge 6. They might be testing it out, see how it goes, and that's something they could be adding to the 6, or they already have it in the 6. And with that, it has like AirPlay, it has like Chromecast in it already, you know, Spotify Connect, all those things you see, like Alexa, all the things you see in smart home speakers, they basically have in the Charge 5. So it can easily switch from Bluetooth, and then when you come back home, you know, you bring it back home, it'll switch to Wi-Fi. So that's the JBL Charge 5 Wi-Fi that just got released in Europe in May. So that might be some things we could see coming into the JBL Charge 6. But one thing I don't like, that the price point on that is $230 before taxes. So after, you're probably looking at $240, $245, something like that. So that's a big price jump as well if they put that in the Charge 6, and that's just the base price. So hopefully they just still have the option where you can just get the Charge 6 and not have the Charge 6 Wi-Fi or whatever. So that's another thing to look at as well, since they just released that Wi-Fi version out in Europe. Hopefully the price doesn't jump if they put all that into the JBL Charge 6. But there you have it, buds. I hope you guys like this video. I just want to, you know, do this video because it's been, you know, 2 years now and some change. And I know a lot of people have been waiting for the Charge 6. A lot of people don't know if they should buy the Charge 5. I think easily this is the best, you know, mid-size speaker out. You can't go wrong with this or the Soundcore Motion Plus. I think those are the two best, like, mid-size speakers. You know, the industry is flooded with speakers now. There's so many different options from like W King, lower brands and all that. But I think this is like the king of them right now. And I think this is JBL's best speaker, other than probably the JBL Party Box 110 and 310. When it comes to handheld speakers, I think this is probably their best speaker. All right, bud. So there you have it. I see all you guys in my next video. I linked up those other JBL Charge 5 videos so you guys can hear the sound test if you guys want to check those out or anything. Everyone, be safe out there. Thank you for watching my video. My name is Rodney, and this was Wanna Buy It. See you in my next one. Peace.